Globetrotters, are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passportbros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passportbros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passportbros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
You are the most beautiful woman in the world.
Most beautiful woman in the world.
Look
How
at this
would
woman.
You know, this guy doesn't even have a passport. I have a passport, and I know when I see the most beautiful woman in the world, and you ain't it. Excuse me.
Asshole.
What a dick.
This ugly ass.
I'm getting a passport soon.
I love your app.
Download the Passportbros app.
Well, y'all know what it is. Download the app.
Y'all need to join that Passportbros app.
Download now in the App Store and Google Play.
What's good, family? It's your man BMT in the building, and I got a great interview lined up for you guys today. I'm gonna bring my man, Mr. Thomas Brown, on. I call him Mr. Informational because he's always dropping nothing but nuggets. We was doing a Money Market Mondays. Probably gonna get back to doing that soon. But my man been traveling all over the world. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring on my man Thomas Brown in the building.
What's up, P-boys? What y'all doing?
What is good?
Chilling.
What is good?
Good to see you, Aaron. Man, I know I've been hard to track down lately. I've been everywhere, but I settled down for a little bit.
Yeah, you be in the wind, brother. You be in the wind. We don't know where you be at.
What's going on over there?
Oh man, it's nice and hot where I'm at over at DR. But we got a pretty good topic today. We had touched on this topic before about passport bros pretty much frequenting the same countries, which is okay in my opinion. But in countries like Colombia, you know what I'm saying, there have been certain issues about, and I think it's getting kind of like not getting old, but every week, damn near every other day, you're hearing stories about some guy getting drugged in Colombia. What do you say about that? Because you're a pretty well-traveled guy. I know you've been to Colombia, right?
I have, and it hurts my heart that that's happening in Colombia because we all know that's where the baddies are.
Mm-hmm.
But, really, what I've done when I've been looking around at these countries, what I notice is that their GDP is low, meaning they don't make a lot of money, or the way the government runs, or the way that the people earn their income, or how they get paid. It's kind of I don't know if it's a top-down type thing, but I look at kind of the mentality, and the easiest way to do that is look at how the infrastructure is taken care of. Okay, and if it's pretty clean, taken care of, you have a good chance that you're not going to have some of the drama that you're seeing. Colombia is different because Medellin is gorgeous, right? But then you also see the way that the people react to the money. In some countries, like for me, Istanbul or Turkey in general, and Colombia, they tend to be really scrappy, and they don't obey laws, and they feel, I don't want to use the word desperate, but they act that way a little bit about the money, unfortunately. that leads to crimes and danger and stuff like that. But if you go to places like Thailand, where I'm at now, where this one's got a little in between there, Brazil, it's like almost the culture of the people, especially Brazil. I don't think they care about money at all. I don't even know if those people believe in depression. That is like the most beautiful people, joyous, happiest people I've ever been around. But I look at it in that way, and kind of how they deal with poverty and stuff like that. When you go to places like Dublin, which is not a impoverished place, but Brazil and Dublin were the two places I saw that they befriended homeless people and talked to them and treated like humans. And I think if the fabric of the people is more about togetherness and community, I think you're okay. But if you've ever been to Turkey, it is like mano y mano, dog eat dog.
You think it might be a possibility because it's a beach in Brazil? Like anywhere else, the beach is kind of a little bit more laid back.
No, because I was in
the beach in Brazil.
I only went to Rio for a couple of days, and I went into Belém do Pará because I've traveled so much. I want to kind of see how the locals are. And Belém do Pará changed a lot of my beliefs, a lot of the things that I didn't know that I had become accustomed to that maybe I shouldn't. I have never experienced a community like that where even something as small as I would always go to the gas station to get water, right? Because I didn't want to drink the water there. And it used to be a rich city, but then when the rubber industry went away, then it became very poor. And when I first got there, I thought, oh, what did I do? Because I'm a little bougie, so I was kind of like, what did I do? But the neighbors noticed one day that I had went to the gas station and it closed at 7. So in those cities, I didn't even realize things like gas stations just close whenever the owner wants to. There's no like regular hours. And they were so present and so kind that they saw that I couldn't do my routine. And I went in my house and I heard a knock on my door and they came over and brought me a carafe of water. And I thought, oh my God, these are beautiful people. And then it got better and better. And, I was nervous of the surroundings, but everywhere I would walk, people would see me and be like, oi, 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 oi. And I thought, wow, like if you've been to Brazil, they force you to be their friends, which I kind of like.
They do.
But I love that place. I had a very hard time leaving there to come here. So it'll be interesting when you guys hear my thought process on how I came here and what I look for now. When I first started traveling, I used to look for nice places, cool Instagram pictures, all this stuff. And that's why, I ended up in Barcelona and stuff like that. But after Brazil, I was like, it's about the people. I had never been to a place that was that poor, and I was willing to overlook it because of how much I love the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We got about 57 people in the chat right now. I want you guys to try to guess. Whoever gets it right gets a free Passport Bros t-shirt, right? Because I know you're not going to guess it. I want you guys to guess what country my man Thomas Brown is in right now. You guys can guess it. Let's see who can guess. Don't give them no hits now. Don't give them no hits.
I don't think they're going to guess it either.
I don't think they're going to guess it either. I think it's impossible.
I think they're going to.
2 free Passport Bros t-shirts. You guess what my man is at. Nope. Definitely not Colombia.
Someone
Morocco.
said Colombia?
Morocco.
Nope, already been to Morocco. Already been there.
Okay. Let's see. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Malaysia.
No, I already did Malaysia. You guys saw it when I was in Malaysia in that big high rise.
See, somebody said Europe. I don't know. We can't really. No. We can't answer that one.
Nah, let's let them know a little bit. You're in the general area. You're in the area.
Oh, so you gave 50% away now. All right. Bali, no. Budapest. You in Budapest?
No, I did that. That's where Casado is. I kind of encourage him to stay over there. But put it this way, he is okay. This will make it fun. He is a 1 hour and 30-minute flight away from me, and he's going to be here next week.
Germany.
No.
England.
Going the wrong way.
Barcelona.
Definitely going the wrong way. You guys know I love Barcelona, but I'm not in Barcelona.
Are you in Australia?
You know how far Australia is from here, bro.
Man, Australia is far from everywhere.
Yes.
I almost went
took
to
a flight.
Australia when I was in Thailand. I thought about taking the trip to Australia. It's like an 8-hour flight. And I was just
I took the flight from San Francisco. 15
Australia?
hours. It was so crazy that I was like, I'm paying for first class. There is no way I would have hung myself if I didn't pay for first class. That was the longest. I watched like 107 movies and like strolled around the cabin. It was so long.
What's the longest flight you've been on?
That one, 15 hours in the air, no layover, in the air that long.
I think as long as I ever been, it's going to be like 10
Okay.
hours.
Where was that too?
That was from Thailand to LA, I think, something like that.
Okay, you didn't no layover.
No, Thailand to Japan to LA
or San Francisco. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Croatia.
No, but I would love to go there, and it is very close to Croatia.
Well, y'all narrowed it down. By the way, if you guess it, make sure to hit me up on blackmentravels@gmail so I can send you guys some t-shirts. Chad the Great Guy. He got it.
How long? Who said it? Who said it? Yep. I'm in Albania.
You gave me a hint when you told me you were close to Croatia, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if I didn't, we'd have been here for a whole hour.
Facts. They were talking about New Zealand next. Bosnia, they was going in, bro. They was going in. All right, Chad the Great, do me a favor. Hit me up on email at blackmentravels@gmail, and I owe you 2 t-shirts, my brother. I owe you 2 t-shirts. Let me know what size and what city, and shoot me your address. And I'll shoot you them t-shirts right out ASAP. So let me ask you this, man. What made you decide to go to is this your first time in Albania, and what made you decide to go out there?
This is gonna blow you away too. First time, and I signed a year lease also.
First time out there, you started, and you well traveled. So
I'm well traveled, yeah.
Because you got options. You got options.
I have options.
Why the hell you choose Albania? Because I have no idea about Albania. So please fill me in.
Okay. So at first, I used to travel and just go see all the hot spots and Instagrammable and cool vibes. And I loved it. And, I did Thailand and Brazil, places like that. But in my travels, I had some ups and some downs, right? I always loved Europe. I could never explain what that is. I mean, I had three German cars when I was in America. I even had my condo, I had a custom kitchen made Italian style. I don't know what my thing is with Europe. But when I left to travel mainly for my health and stuff like that. And over the time you traveled, so like being away from America, your mental health is amazing. Because it's amazing. Like you just have to be away from it. When you look at your feed from Facebook, you're just like, ugh, when you see all that American BS, right?
What's funny? My family be, let me interrupt you, but my family be like, man, are you happy? And I'd be like, is that even a question? I'm like, yes.
They have no idea.
But I have to remember that a lot of people are not happy in the States. And you forget that because we've been gone for so long.
But it's more than just the drama and the media and all that turning everyone against each other. Our food in America, I swear they're trying to kill us. I swear they are. My brother is a Navy SEAL, and he's back in America. And he told me that. He's like, why is America trying to kill us? And that's what he said. And I think, unfortunately, with that food, I think it causes a lot more problems. I think it causes hormonal imbalances, mental problems, all kinds of extra things that are just compounding everything that's going on over there, right? Mm-hmm. And when you leave, it's hard to accept because we love America, but then you start realizing that everywhere else you go, all the countries are very like nationalistic and community. Like they take care of each other. They take care of themselves if they're there. Did I lose you? Oh, nope. They take care of themselves. And since a lot of these countries struggled longer than the States, they still care about each other. They still understand that people go through struggles. You know, I was thinking back and I'm like, my biggest issue in America was like, do I want like 22-inch rims or like 24s? Would that mess up my wheel wells? And I thought, that's not really life. You know what I mean? This is like life out here. You know what I'm saying? But in all this travels, I started realizing with Thailand and Brazil and stuff that what really made a country for me or a city I was in was the people. That's what really made it. Not the infrastructure. I mean, infrastructure and all that kind of matters too, but the people really made it. Like, I did not realize in America, we don't really have like a community around us. We don't have a bunch of people around us that are on the same agenda that all care about health and growing and kindness to each other. And we're more about how do we set ourselves apart and how am I prop myself up. And it's sad to see. We probably wouldn't have noticed if we didn't leave the country though. Once you leave the country, you see it very clearly. You're like, oh, geez. And but anyways, if you want to put together the whole conglomerate of everything of my travels, so the people was kind of the driving factor. And when I got to Brazil, I thought, I can't leave here. I can't leave here. These people are so wonderful. I mean, their attitudes were so amazing that I had this cool studio Airbnb, and I picked the bad part of town, didn't realize it because I was so infatuated with the Airbnb that like every night you could hear like some club, and I got used to it. They played cool music. But one weekend, they built a venue on a bridge. And I mean, it was way out there. Actually, I was on a live with Austin Holloman right during that. And I showed him, I said, look at that crap out there, right? And when they started it, the windows, I was on the 30th floor, the windows were like, and I thought, oh, dear Lord. And it went for 2 days. 2 days. And I was almost done with it. And that was the American in me. And I was just like, I am so fed up with this. And I had become friends with the guy that owned the burger joint at the bottom of the building. And I went down there and I said, hey, man, this is getting ridiculous, you know? And he goes, yeah, no, it's okay. And I go, you live in this building? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah. And I go, are you getting any sleep? And he goes, no. And I go, that doesn't bother you? He said, no, I bought a ticket. I went to the rave. You need to do the same thing. And I thought, I need that. I need to think like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, we'll just join and have a good time. So when I started getting the feeling to maybe move on, and what got my attention about Albania, and anybody that's like a traveler like you and me, like more of a long-term, slower traveler, we know visa is like taxes. It's like our arch enemy, right? Albania with a U.S. passport gives you 12 months.
Wow.
On arrival. 12 months.
12 months.
That's probably
the longest I've ever heard anywhere, bro.
Yes, but so you and me know Airbnbs give you a discount for going 1 month, but they're still expensive. If you go 12 months, what happens? Half.
So you can go 12 months on Airbnb?
12 months. Well, no. I got a full-fledged lease.
Okay.
I mean, you got to have a little change because I had to pay 3 months up front plus a half a month for the commission because I like to use an agent to protect my deposits, right? But the 3 months was first month, last month, and a deposit. So my first month paid and my last month paid. Then the deposit I get if I don't blow the place up. And then you just lose the half a month to the agent, right? But that's what first got my attention. And I was like, that changes things because now I cut my costs in half. A couple things have happened since I've talked to you. I've partnered with a company called Harkati, which is stands for Harley Ducati. So he took an FXDR Harley and he put Ducati parts on it for performance, and he sells them. They're like $100,000 motorcycles. It's like $1 million company. And I had acquired it from I don't want to name names, but someone that was in the group I kind of sent you a warning about them actually had done them dirty, and then they
I know you're talking about.
They came to me and like begged me to do it, and I was like, I haven't had a job in like 10 years, but it was kind of a cool community. I ended up working with them. We built them a social network, and now we're launching a European division. So we go to expos, and the reason I thought it was cool was when you go to a motorcycle expo, it's all motorcycles and clothes, right? Moto social, since it's a social, and maybe some of these ideas will work with what you're trying to build with your app. So we do a booth, and they're only $150 for a booth at these expos. But instead of me having motorcycles and clothes, we built a cigar lounge. And we take a little cigar lounge everywhere. They sit down, and we have these little tags that they tap, and they sign up. Like just tapping the phone, it takes them right to the app. They sign up. We give them a week free. Boom, 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 boom. And then we're hiring a bunch of girls. I learned that models, I never understood how models helped. At that motorcycle expo, I learned how the models helped. Like, because when we hired a bunch of models on the last one, I think like 300 guys just followed them to the booth. And they were not buyers. They were just lustivating. But the buyers see who's hovering around the booth and says, what's that product? And then they come over. So now during Sturgis, I got to go back to the States, unfortunately, for Sturgis, but it's 800,000 people come through there in 11 days. And we're going to pay a bunch of girls to just go up and down the streets where all the bikes are, flirt with the guys, and just tap, 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 join the social network, tap, tap, tap. And so that's part of it, because I can be here in Europe, and I've got the better prices, because I don't know, just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should do it. You probably know that, you know. Last time I was in Barcelona, I was paying $3,000 for an apartment half the size of this one I have here. Doesn't mean it's smart, right? So that was one reason that I came here, is I can go here, and Ryanair has a hub in Tirana. So all you guys that want economical travel, the security guard at the hotel I was staying at before I signed this lease, I saw him one day, and then I see him the next day in regular clothes. I didn't recognize him. He starts talking to me, and he's like, hey, I just got back from Italy. And I'm like, I saw you yesterday. And he goes, yeah, I went today and came back today. And I'm like, wait a second. How long was the flight? He said an hour. And I was like, how much was the flight? $23 round trip to Pisa.
Oh, wow.
From Toronto to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And I was like, what? And then there's a city up here called Vlora, which is like an Ibiza-style beach. They have a shuttle, they have a ferry that goes to Corfu, Greece, 30-minute ferry. So I can go all the way to London for like $70. Nice. So imagine meeting like a girl. You want to go to France. It's $100 round trip for both of us.
Oh, you
That's
can't beat
dinner.
that.
You can't beat that.
Let me catch some of these comments real quick. I got my man Straight Kid in the building. Shout out to you, my man. He said Albania, Kosovo, and Macedonia are chill. You been in those places as well, Kosovo and Macedonia?
Nope. Because I'm in that mood to kind of like sit down a little bit, because you guys know I've been running heavy for like years. And I kind of want to sit down a little bit. So, but yeah, read that and I'll tell you more of the reasons. But
okay. Shout out my man Chad the Great. He says Albania got some baddies, model type, met a bunch of them in Miami. Albanians also make pizza as good as Italians. I grew up with them in New York. So yeah.
Yes.
How do ladies look over there? You know, since we on that topic.
Listen. I did a little research and I was like, okay, I can work with that. But then when I got here, I was like, just like in Barcelona, I was looking around like, oh my God, because here's what's different. In Barcelona, you had all the different types of body shapes, but it was because they were different ethnicities, right? Like you had Cubans over there, Venezuelans and Brazilians and Colombians. Here, they're all Albanians, but they come in every variety. Like I know brothers like Fat Curves, they got all of it, all the way to like black girl bodies, to like little bit, to like if you want just a booty or you want just a rack, like they got everything. I am blown away here.
Nice. Shout out to my man Punch Travel Channel. Shout out to you, man. We hung out in Brazil for a minute. So shout out to BMT Chat and the Passport Bros app. Guys, make sure to download the Passport Bros app, by the way. All right, so we got another question here. Ozzy says, I heard there's racism. I don't know why we have to go through this on every show talking about Europe. But
I know.
I heard there's some racism in Albania. You want to speak on that?
I'll speak a little bit on it. So I did some research, and there's one guy that's a black traveler that he put up, and he was just going off saying that they're racist and they were calling them names and this and all that, blah, 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 blah. And that kind of made me be like, not sure I want to go deal with that, you know, because Brazil was beautiful, but dealing with like the homeless situation and like you guys noticed I didn't post much there. Every time I pulled my camera out, my friends were like, put it away. And I wanted to get away from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are stairs, like Chris was talking about. There's a lot of staring. It is older people. But what I do is I'll look at them and I'll just keep looking at them. And I notice right when they catch eyes with me, they'll look away. So they don't really want problems. They just were like an alien to the older ones. There's young people in here, you notice they don't even care that I'm in here. They don't even care.
Okay.
You might get some headache from some little bratty kid that's trying to be a rebel, but I mean that's probably anywhere you go. But you have to be like, if you have that mindset, he's not gonna like it here because he's gonna mistake the stairs or mistake someone like talking to you or mistake like I went to the cash exchange and she just was like, no, it was not because I was color. It's because she didn't speak any English at all, like the one person I met that doesn't. So that's a fine line. If you're looking for it or you want it to be true, you'll make it true in your head, I think.
Okay. Speaking of that, so have you ran into any other melanated Black or Afro people out there? Or is it...
When I was at the hotel, 4 like straight Africans came, like 3 guys and 1 girl, and they were like, oh no, and then there was another couple at the hotel. So I don't know if it was the hotel I was at and we had the entire population of Black folk there, but there was about 6, 7 of us. I haven't seen any since.
Okay. We got Chris who says I was treated way better in Europe than I ever was in America. Okay.
Yeah, the kindness of the Europeans, especially here, because like I said, I cared about the people. And when I did the research, they said like the number one thing that matters to them is their families. And on the weekends, they go out with their families. And it's turning out to be true. And that matters to me right now.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. The audience knows, like, what's the safety rating out there? Is it a pretty safe country? Or?
You know what? In Brazil, I was never comfortable in that part of the city I was in Sao Paulo. Never.
Oh, you was in Sao Paulo. Okay.
Yeah, and nobody bothered me, but I just was never comfortable here. I'm walking around. I got my phone. My mom's calling me on FaceTime. I'm not even thinking about it. You know, I got my phone in my pocket hanging out. Nobody cares. Like I walked away from the table and I got both phones. I got a 14 Pro and a Huawei that's like $2,000 in my stand. Nobody touched it. They don't care. That's nice. But you got to look out on the street. If you can see, it feels mafia-esque. Like literally every car is Mercedes, Audi, Range Rover, like everything. And they're like murdered out everything.
Okay. So do you think, you know, because you're saying this about Sao Paulo, and that people would consider Brazil to be somewhat of a third world country. Do you think that you personally are kind of done with spending long amounts of time in these third world countries? Like maybe living there, it's just kind of vacation there a couple of weeks out of the year?
Yeah, I am, because I just couldn't, like, if I didn't have as cool of an Airbnb as I did, I would have probably been miserable. But my Airbnb was so dope that I was cool with just chilling in it. But, you know, when my mother would call me, she's like, you're not supposed to be traveling and just staying in your apartment the whole time. And I had to explain to her, you know, now, here's something I think people should think about. They loved me so much. You've been to Brazil, you know how they are. Like once they're friends with you, they like almost personally love you, you know? And so they knew I was going to leave and they were not having it. They didn't want me to leave. And I was like, look at the neighborhood I'm in. I don't like this. You know, I'm not going out as much. I'm not filming anything. And they said, no, you have to go find. And they kept saying it sounded like Jajveen because of their accent. But what I did was I went and found a cigar lounge. If you wanna play the game and you care about maybe a nicer place, go find a cigar lounge in any country. The cigars are, you know, you smoke cigars, they're like minimum $25 for a decent cigar. That's not going to be in a poor city. So figure out what that city is. And with Jardim, what it meant was Jardins. And then I found another city called Itiam. So if for some reason I ever go anywhere, I'm going to go back to Brazil, and I'm probably not leaving if I do, but I'm going to live in Itiam. And I mean, it's like this beautiful cafes everywhere. And Brazilians, when they go out, they get dressed up and hug and kiss each other. And but what I loved about that place was, and men in general, I think we like. I saw the most fire Rolls Royce pulling in I've ever seen. Even from America, I was like, and I was standing there like, God damn! And when he pulled off on the on the curb was all the chairs and stuff from these nice restaurants, all these girls, perfect 10. Not one of them gave a damn. They only cared about being with their friends and their loved ones, and I was like, yes, I like that.
Nice. I gotta keep moving forward, because man, I really enjoy hearing Thomas speak. The brother has so much travel knowledge; it is insane. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So let's do that. Like, what's the? I guess you want to say the cost of living out there. Is it kind of moderate, expensive, or cheap?
It's got an interesting mix. So I have an apartment that's about 750 square feet, brand new, no one's lived in it, new furniture, everything. And I pay, after HOA and utilities and everything, I pay $700. And it's everything. And I mean, my building has a 2-story grocery store in the bottom. It has 2 gyms. One of the gyms is like €100 a month, which I'm not going to pay, but it looks like a pro NFL facility. And there's restaurants everywhere. And I mean, I never need to leave this neighborhood.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm not in the richest. I'm not in the, like, there's one neighborhood over that's more expensive, but it doesn't have nicer places. I think it's just got the name already. And it came from, I don't know if you guys know that this country didn't come out of communism until 85. So they're a little, like, they're still kind of coming out. And that's where all the royalty and generals used to stay, in a city, a part of the city called Block, Bllock, if anyone wants to look it up. And then right past that part of the neighborhood is the Tirana Lake. So I'm like right here.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So you mentioned that it came fully furnished. I wonder, I don't know when last time you've been to America, but I think as I've been traveling, all the apartments, for the most part, all the apartments I've been in have already came furnished.
Yeah, America's so different, huh?
Yeah, like, because we got to buy all the furniture in America 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and they have like I have like a 55-inch TV, like everything came with it.
Nice. Shout out to my man Style King Marco in the building. I did an interview on his channel, guys. Make sure to check out Style King Marco. Says, what up, guys? What's good, man? We talking about Europe. This must be the Europe week right now, because we talked about Budapest yesterday. Now we in Albania. And this is good, man, because I know, first of all, travel any country you want to. Just be honest, whatever country you did, people be getting on me about the DR, and I've always liked the DR. You know what I'm saying, personally. But of course, I go to different countries. But it is good to get information from countries outside of, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, and the Dominican Republic. That's the majority of, not majority, but a lot of guys in this space are going to.
If you want to travel and you want to experience a lot and you want to see a lot and you want to see a lot of Instagrammable stuff, that's kind of the Europe thing. But the Europe Schengen is where everybody wants to be. And you guys know the visas are so hard there. Like, you get 90 days, then you got to leave for 90 days. And then you can get 90 days. That's another reason I picked here. It's not in the Schengen, but it's 45-minute flight away. So I can take my 180 days and I could just go for a weekend or a week or whatever, and I can just hop back and forth and see everything. I go to Pisa, Eiffel Tower. I can go to Monaco. I can go to Poland. I can do everything from here. And as long as people don't care about flying Ryanair, but you know what? I was helping Chris book his ticket to come here, and we just pulled up Kiwi, and like Iberia, everybody flies out of here. And the ticket was like $21. So, I mean, you can't ask for more. I don't care how much money you have. Why would you pay $400 when you can pay $20 for the same thing?
That's true. That's facts. Okay, so I just noticed that they actually got beaches out there too, huh?
Yeah, and the beaches look like Ibiza. Like, look up Vlore, Vlore, and put that picture up so they see it. Because they're going to be like, holy shit.
Yeah, I just looked it up on the map right here. I'm like, damn, they got whole.
Yeah, look up Saranda or Vlore.
Is that on the map here somewhere?
Yeah, but I mean, if you just Google it, Google Vlora Beach or Saranda Beach, they're gonna be like, wait a second, I didn't know Albania was doing it like that.
Okay, cool. Hold on, let me. I'll find it in a second. What's it called again? Albania what?
Blore, Vlora. Vlore.
BL.
V as in Victor.
Oh.
Victor, Larry, Oscar.
Oh, I got it. Oh, that is nice. Hold on, let me pull this up.
Crazy, right?
What's that picture? Okay, let me see. Yeah, this is nice, man. Hold on. The beach area right there.
Yeah, see how like all the umbrellas and stuff, like it's fully developed. And to get one of those Cabana umbrella things is only $15 for the whole day. And then they have like these boat tours that you can take out, and they take you to this cave, kind of like have you ever seen like in Capri, they have the blue whatever where they take you have to lay down and go under this cave, and then the water's like this crazy blue. They have something like that here too, and you can like do backflips off the boat and stuff. Look at that, that's a fully developed beach town. That's one of them. Saranda is bigger than that.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, so does it have kind of like I want to say old European kind of infrastructure there? Like everything looks a little, I forgot what you call it, but I mean like the castles and all that.
There is a castle somewhere, but no, it's more like when Chris was talking, when he realized how close I was, I said, this ain't much different than Budapest, bro. It's not, it don't feel much different. The neighborhood I'm in is, but that's just years of me traveling and picking and seeing how to get certain things that I want. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Look at that. I'm glad you guys are seeing this, because I'll be doing my research, bro. And I said, oh, dude, I found the gem.
Right,
and the other thing too,
man, when you go to these countries like a first timer, do you try to find some type of fixer, or you get a tour guide or something? Or you just kind of go for what you know.
This is, if you guys want to know my process, this is what I do. I go and I spend more money for the first week, and I pick a nice hotel, because the nice hotel always has very educated people, great concierge, and their job is to tell you the parts of the city, parts of the country that are the best. And so in finding my apartment, the girls at the front desk, they're so cool here. Like, they saw me messaging on WhatsApp the guys, and they took the phone from me, and they were messaging and making sure he said the right things. And then what he would send me, they would look at it and say, no, you don't want to be in Austir. And I was like, why? And they're like, too busy from what you said. Then they go, you don't want to be in Durrës. Durrës is a beach town. If you want to look that one up, Durrës is a 15 minutes from here. And if you're a brother that doesn't want, like, I got to be kind of in the mix, but if you're a brother that wants to chill, Durrës is the place. It's chill, and it's cheaper, and the apartments are even nicer than mine for cheaper over there. But they say the place shuts down at 9:30. Everything closes. So that depends on how you are. Me, I got to be right by it, but I don't want to be in it. Does that make sense?
True.
And the Mediterranean diet. So when I say it's like Barcelona, it's because a lot of people from Italy come over here. A lot of people from France come over here. I've never heard a mix of so many languages. Like the host I had, she spoke like Spanish, French, Italian, like not Portuguese, but Albanian, German. I was like, holy moly, you guys way educated here.
Yeah, man. That's one of them things that's why I'm trying my best to get this Spanish down, because when you know this traveling, I was in Thailand. I was in a dispensary with some Russians. They all spoke like 4 languages, bro. I was just like, it's like, how many languages you speak, Aaron? I'm just like, shit, 1.5. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I know the guys are asking for this, so I'm gonna show. I found a page that has nothing but Albanian girls. It's an Instagram page, and this I can promise you this is true. And remember how I was telling you they all look different, but they're all beautiful? This is what it's like on the streets, okay? And they can go look at his page. It's called Albanian Girls Are Gorgeous. So look.
Look on the big screen. Okay.
So this is one.
Like. Hold on.
Oh no. They're all different, but they're all gorgeous. See this? This is really. It's called Albanian _girls _r _gorgeous _.
Got it.
And this is true. This is true. Like, I could not believe, like, the girl, actually, she's going to kill me for this, but this was the girl at the hotel that was helping me. See if I could pull up her page real quick. How do I look at, like, who added you? Okay, here we go. This girl is the girl that helped me. Okay, and she's kind of responsible for where I ended up. This is the girl from the hotel.
Oh, nice.
Bro, and that's her when she's trying to be a little like, but when she wants to be like kind of like more sophisticated. Look, like, dude, I could kind of see it when I was talking to her, but then when I saw her IG, I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, I'm going to love it here. I'm going to love it here.
Yeah, they put it up like that now, baby. Okay.
But notice how they're all different shapes and sizes, but all beautiful.
Yeah, these girls is gorgeous, man. They have like I don't know if you want to call it Latin Greece look or something.
Yeah, Greece. There's a lot of people over here from Greece, but I guess they're called Balkans. Balkans, Balkans.
Balkans, okay.
But see how they all look different? So you get Albanians that look all these different ranges of girls. And I mean, right here, I don't want to get seen, but right here, there's 3 of them that look like that right there.
You in the NBA heaven over there, bro. That's crazy out there.
Loving it, bro.
Now,
they are European girls.
What about the language barrier?
Not at all. Not at all.
No language barrier. Are you serious?
No, there's so many people speak English here. There's a couple. I met one lady at the foreign exchange money that didn't, but dude, they're so good, and it made me laugh because they all say they're all speaking Albanian. And I walked in the grocery store, and as soon as I walked in, they're speaking Albanian. They're saying hello in Albanian. She looks at me and she goes, "Hello." And I was like, "How did you know I'm not Albanian?" And she started laughing. They speak and they want to help you. Yeah, see, look, I said a little. Look at you. You're liking this.
You know.
But they are Europeans, so the game is different. You have to talk to them here. You have to have some game. It's just like anywhere else in Europe. You have to be able to approach.
Dr. Umar hit me up. You know what I'm saying, brother? Stay black, brother. Stay black.
Bro, look at the smile on my face. This is what I see every day, bro.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and then the reason that there's so many too, because I kept saying to the real estate agent, I'm like, why is there so many girls? And he goes, wait till you go to your apartment. And my apartment is where like there's tons of them. I said, what's the issue? Why is there so many girls? And he goes, because in Albania, an Albanian makes maybe 500 to 700 euros a month. So all the men leave to go make money, but then they're gone for so long, the girls don't wait. And he said, Tomas, don't feel bad. It's just biology. Like he literally said that to me, like, if they like you and they don't leave their boyfriend for you, it's just biology. And I just started laughing, like, because they're so laid back here. It's crazy.
Nice. That is crazy. I just didn't imagine that they spoke a lot of English out there. But I guess it makes sense. Just, the visas.
Yeah, see what he's saying? He knows they are bad. Yeah, they are bad.
What is Kim Kardashian? Is she Albanian? What's Kim?
No, she's maybe she is. Hold on, let me look.
Chat, what's Kim Kardashian? Chat. I know somebody in the chat already. I know brothers in chat know Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. She might be. Let me see. Kim Kardashian.
Watching.
Kim Kardashian ethnicity.
She's Armenian.
Oh yeah, she's Armenian. Yeah, that's close to here too. So the best way to describe them is like, have you ever seen those kind of like mobster gangster movies like Triple X with Vin Diesel and those types of girls in that movie? That's what they look like here.
Okay. I say, BNG look like a real boss like the Fitted Brother ball game. Balls out there now and then, man. You know how it goes. All right. Yeah, but it looks like Albania is a W. Now, do you prefer this over Budapest?
I do because Budapest is hard to live in because you can't settle unless you get like a nomad visa or something, which I think Chris is working on that, right? But it's just hard. You just show up here and you get 12 months. So I thought about it and I was like, after all the time, you guys know I did so much time in Barcelona. Barcelona, everybody likes the hype of all the nice things, but when you live there, it's no different than here, right? It's when you live somewhere, it's different, right? So then I started realizing, why don't I just live here and go to Barcelona for those things? So I'm not paying $3,000 a month to be there, and the flight is $50, and I can go do everything that I want to. I can go do Sagrada Familia, everything for like a weekend, and I can come back, and then I can go do like when he said he went to Pisa. I've never been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And so I said, well, why did you do that? He goes, Thomas, it cost me 23 euros. He goes, you're eating at our hotel right now. Your meal costs 23 euros. He's like, would you rather eat this or go see Tower of Pisa? And I was like, I get it, bro. So I'm loving this because I can do everything I want from here.
Okay. I guess the poorest state in my country is not okay. What are you talking about? They talking about something about you being in Brazil and Sao Paulo, I think. You don't worry about that. Okay.
No, I was saying there's probably poorer places. I'm just saying Sao Paulo was hard for me to deal with, like coming out of my building and under the bridge is homeless people everywhere. And look at these nostrils, bro. I can smell things. And I was like, oh, bro, they smell so bad. But on the flip side, I have never met more beautiful people. I have never, and I don't mean just physically, beautiful human beings. Never have I met like that. I don't even like talking about it because I wish I could have that and this. Does that make sense?
Get the super chat real quick by sturdy_FBA with a $19.99 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Salute to you. Just appreciate the free game. Peace to the brother Thomas. Yeah, Thomas always comes in here dropping major gems. All right, so we back on this topic real quick. You know, we can touch up on it because there's always something about it. What about the racism in Albania? What got deleted there a decade ago who was playing basketball?
So let me tell you this. Is there a possibility of a strong mafia-esque presence? 100%. Okay. But they are, but when, so like if you ever dealt with like a biker gang or mafia, they're organized. Don't mess with them. They don't mess with you. Okay. So you want to get talking, you want to be acting out, you want to be out of pocket. Yeah, you're going to find some problems here. You can see it on all their demeanors. They're cool if you cool, but if you want to cause a problem, they want to smoke.
Okay. Okay. And do you run into other Americans out there at all, or you just kind of just not that much?
Do I what with other Americans?
Like run into other Americans at all?
No, like just how you guys are like searching and super surprised. This is just undiscovered. It's just undiscovered. But since I've traveled so much, I'm looking in nooks and crannies. Like I'm not looking at all the popular places anymore. I mean, I wanted a compilation of things that I wanted. I want a Mediterranean diet. Because for some reason, I can eat gelato, pasta, whatever, and cut weight. And I can tell the first week here, my body's already cleaning out. And I wanted kindness to the people. I'm getting it here. And I looked it up to see if it was that way. And a lot of people say that. I got into some expat groups and I asked them about it. And they were all saying, yes, the kindest people. And I have seen that here. I wanted to have like a nice neighborhood in a newer place. I'm kind of over that whole, I want to get in with the locals, but I can't get it out of me because I lived in Scottsdale. I was just spoiled for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I can't go down a certain level. I just can't. I've tried and it was like a mental battle. I didn't want to be pretentious, but I just can't do it. And I just accepted that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like if you talk to the Albanians, they think that I'm like rich because of where I'm staying. But for an American, $700, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? That's like fantastic for a brand new building. Like, So I got all of that, and I am a Mercedes guy, and they have so many Mercedes here, and it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't even know what it is. I kind of know what it's about, but it's not something I can say on here.
Okay. I got a question from Texas Gulf Coast Real Estate Bird Dog. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you try to super chat the questions. He said, can Americans buy property in Albania? Can you do Airbnb?
I think so. Okay, because I've been looking to open a shisha shop here myself. And this is where we have to be careful. It depends on how strong your character is. Because when I talked with the real estate agent, I said, hey, I want to open a shisha shop. I want them to be able to be seen and kind of be sitting out on the patios and stuff. And he's like, you cannot do that, but you're American, so you can do whatever you want. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he goes, money talks. And I go, break that down. And he goes, okay, you do a real estate deal with me. You pay for the square footage. And then when the city comes to approve, you know, take care of them. And he'll never see the problems. And I was like, oh, that's bad for me. I'm going to turn into a mob boss out here acting stupid. Like,
hey,
and here and the brothers, they think we're super cool. Like the dudes, like the younger dudes. Like I was just walking by and they're like, hey, yo, brother, yo. And like, so I finally like gave one dude daps just because it's happening so much. Like, and he got up and he walked with me to the hotel, like my bodyguard. And I said, oh, this is bad. I'm going to be the next Al Pacino over here slapping people for no reason and stuff. Like, because they like attach to you and they're like your guy. If you're like, handle that, they do. And I was like, oh, this is not good for my ego.
Study underscore FBA says it's prevalent in Albania. I know a lot of Albania bros out of Chicago who are connected, show love. They act up and they match that energy.
Exactly. So you want many cookies and Ray Rays out there that are proud of it? Don't come here. You're gonna be stomped out. They do not care. They will match that energy right away. But the problem is you're not gonna get one of them. You're gonna get the whole city.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. When you're a foreigner in these countries, like just like in Thailand, you ain't gonna fight one, you're gonna fight many. All right, so let me ask you this, and I'm gonna go ahead and close up on the show, man.
Right.
But like, what's the nightlife out there?
Oh man, I was gonna have a link. I was gonna give you a link to see. Like the beach towns are where the parties are really. Mm-hmm. And Sanja has this crazy party. Like, oh, I might have to send you the link. I wish I would have been ready for it so the guys could see it. They were throwing this gigantic, crazy foam party, and I'm surprised that Chris didn't talk about that because over in Budapest at the yellow thermal bathhouse that has like the 40 pools in it, they throw a foam party every weekend that costs €100, and they sell out every night, and it's huge. They do that on the beach over here. I wish I had the link. That when I saw it, I was like, yo, that's what the ladies look like. Like, I'm going over there. And they get down. I'm just not a big partier like that. This is my thing. I just chill. But yeah, you can find it. They get down and they do it. And as Americans, I think we'll fit in better here because we kind of have egos and we kind of like to show off a little bit. And that's completely how the guys are here. Completely.
What's the name of the airport out there? Or the airport code?
It's TIA.
TIA, okay.
Yeah, in Toronto, it's TIA.
Yeah, I'm about to come out there and holler at you, man. Check it out.
Yeah, you too, man. I got a big place. Y'all can come chill. And I never answered the thing you were saying about cost of living. So some stuff like this little outing I'm having might cost me like $10, $11. But some meals can be a 25-ish. But if you go to other parts, like some of these little things, like today I went to get a slice of pizza, and he's like, we don't make slices. And then I said, well, I'll just take it home. He made me a whole pizza for $5. And I watched him make it and toss some things. So it's kind of like some is high, some is low. If it's a place that looks like it's got a vibe, you're going to pay the money. But literally next door, without the vibe, it's like $5, $3 for, well, I got a sandwich in here for $3. So it's kind of like you got to navigate it.
Night of the town with a young lady might cost you what, about 50 to 100?
No, maybe like 50 max for both of you, maybe. Like unless you go to like the hotels and stuff to eat. But if you could see this neighborhood, if you could see it, you would understand. Like you don't need to. These have cool, like I don't want to say romantic, but they're cool. You can kind of see the vibe in the building that I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? Except for this crazy music that they're listening to, but they play rap music, but it's all Albanian, just so you know.
They play Albanian rap music?
Dude, and when I went to Greece, they played Greek trap music, and it was dope, bro. Like, it's dope. And they got that, like, mobster, scratchy voice. Like, you like it, just like, you just don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Every country, bro, they love the music. As long as they respect it, you know what I'm saying? As long as they'll be saying nothing crazy.
Hey, for all you business type like you, I really think the ones that have the business acumen, we need to come here. I don't want to put it out there too much, but we can take over. I'm not even lying.
Okay.
I mean, I could have a cheese shop, you could have a cigar shop, one have a grocery. We could come together and have a hotel. The way that I've been looking at the business structure, they have businesses, but they're not as savvy as we are. We've had decades to learn it. They have only come out of communism in 85.
Okay.
So, you know, and with the laws and stuff, like we just work it a little bit and we can have everything here. And that was one of the things I told my parents. I was like, dude, I might just own that city. Like, not in a derogatory way. I'm just saying we can literally get into anything you want here, business-wise, anything.
This type of language, I like to talk right here. And you say most of the people speak English out there as well.
In Toronto, yes. If you go to like Barat, which is kind of famous on Instagram, it's called the place of 1,000 windows. Maybe not there, but Toronto is huge, bro. I'm in a part of the city, like, because Chris was looking up the square. I said, bro, you're looking at the wrong thing. And he loved the square. I said, when you see my neighborhood, you're not even going to think about the square, bro. And if he sees block, if you come out here, I'll take you to the block. It's called Block BLLOK. When you see the activity in there and the stores and the restaurants, you're going to be the same way you did when you look at those beaches. Like, what? How is this not known?
Interesting. It's crazy, man, because it's like when you travel to so many countries, it's a hard decision to make. The decision that you just made. Because we know how much we love Southeast Asia, but it's the few things about Southeast Asia that's kind of makes it difficult. The visa situation. I mean, I think you can own land, but I can't own no land out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that. So you got to really choose the right area you see yourself kind of building in. It's a bit different from living somewhere and building somewhere.
Well, they're wanting to build here. So like you'll see in the square, they're putting up some high rises now, but they're wanting to build. And even the locals want you to come and build. So you know how like you go to Medellin, start building, everyone starts hating on you. Oh, you're whatever. Here, they want it. So when they found out, like the old guys that were kind of like mean mugging me, when the realtor was talking to them and they found out I was looking to buy a spot and build a shisha, they completely changed. They're like, oh, you build our country. Okay. Like, dude, I've never been to a place that's like that. That is like uniquely built for Thomas Brown. Now you're seeing why I picked this place, because everyone's like, what the? You went to Albania. I'm like, let me lay it out, bro. Let me lay it out. You'll understand.
Okay. We got a quick question about, man, Tone ATL's own, says Aaron's check just today. What made you leave Spain?
The cost. I'm getting the same thing here I was paying $3,000 a month. And I remember sitting there thinking, is this really worth it? Is it really worth it? Because I move around too much. And so I was sitting there and I had came from Thailand and I spent $3,000 for 3 months, which is what, $9,000? But in Thailand, I was paying $1,000 for something fire. And I'm like, that was 9 months of living in Thailand. So I got thinking about that. When you're in America, it's different. We need to have the biggest house and the dopest cars. But when you get away and you really start looking at the money and you're like, I'm living at the same quality and I can get it for this cost. And over here, I get the same quality as America for even lower and lower. You start realizing, hey, I don't need to spend money to flex. I don't need to flex at all. I can actually keep my money and live at this level. Why not?
The flexing is not needed overseas for the most part.
And they don't care anyways. They don't care anyways, you know?
It's funny, man, because here in San Domingo, I do see the nice cars and the business. And of course, you know, you're going to have your women that like stuff like that. But at the same time, it's really not needed at all. Like, they don't even ask you if you have a car.
Well, and it's the same here as anyone else. Any girl that wants money is probably not the girl you want anyways. The nice thing about these other countries is it's not the majority. It's not the majority that want money. That's so nice. You know what I mean?
That's different.
Now, they want it to an extent, but not like what we're used to in America. Like in America, it's like they just want a huge gesture to show off. They don't want you. They want the gesture to show off. What a waste. You and me are businessmen. You don't spend money on things that are a complete waste of time.
Man, you know, a friend of mine who was pretty big in the early stages of this Passport Bro space.
Yeah.
But he went and got married. You know, he got married and everything. And a lot of cats was like, man, why you do that? Why you do that? But I was happy for the brother. I'm like, nah, man, you know, hey, if you find you something solid in the States, you know, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But I did say it, you know, and I just say this during this time frame where he was getting married and getting engaged on his happiness. But when he started having problems, the only thing I said was I was just like, hey, man, you know, a lot of American women, not all, but a lot of them are entitled to whatever you build is theirs. That's the way they're looking at it. And he told me today, he said, hey, bro, I'm getting a divorce.
I'm listening. Just some perfect came in. But okay, this is my famous phrase for what you said. Because you always hear, like, there's good girls here. There are. Diamond in the rough, right? I feel like, why dig for the diamond in the rough when you can go to where all the diamonds are?
That's a good point.
Now you're just finding what diamond is your style. I would rather have that.
I think they got divorced in like less than 3 years. I'm just like, damn, bro. Like,
so she became Americanized when she went over there?
No. He married an American woman. He married a chick. He got married.
Bro, I don't even know what's going on. What's up with this bear and this man thing that they're doing? Like, they're so far gone that I don't even feel guilty now. I'm like, it's so delusional. You just set me free. It don't matter now. I can be whatever. What is that? Do you even know what that means? What's the context of what are they trying to say with that? I don't even get it.
With the bears?
You haven't seen that whole thing where, like, if you were alone and you, like, it's big viral, I choose a bear over a man. I'm like, say less. Go choose the bear.
Yeah, they'd be wild. It's like a whole lot of gender war. And social media has a lot to do with it, but at the same time, it's the truth in it as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, like, I always try to tell guys, I'm like, listen, I'm not saying that women overseas are perfect in any form or fashion. That's not what we're saying. We just saying that as a man, you need to have as many options as possible when you're looking for a lifelong mate.
But overseas, what I'm feeling like overseas is like, let's say you go car shopping. You have this list of stuff you want. Okay, I'm not comparing them to cars, but you have this list of stuff you want. You never get all of it. You never do, right? Unless you're stupid rich and you don't mind maybe throwing money away. But you can get 85, 90% of it, and then you're completely happy. I feel like that's what happens in internationally. You get 85, you get the gorgeousness, you get the exotic. I like the accents. You get the, like, family values. You get, like, you can watch them. This was the thing big for me. You can watch them and know they would be good with your child if you had a child. You just know. I cannot sit in America and look at those girls and feel trust in that.
Somebody said they're saying men are more dangerous than the bears.
Yeah, but what, emotionally? Like, the bear is gonna kill him. Like, what? So here's the answer that I think everyone's wondering, because I know they're like, how did you leave the gorgeousness of Barcelona with the women? Honestly, what it was, and between that and Brazil, where they were gorgeous and they had that passion and love, what it was for me, and maybe you might think of this as a business guy, because for us, we don't realize as entrepreneurs, dating's a little different for us. Because we don't just want, like, this wonderful hot girl. We kind of want someone that can run the empire. Heaven forbid something happens to us, right? Can you name any European girl that is not fiscally intelligent? Any? None. They all are. And I feel like in Brazil and Latin America, they are beautiful. You know, they'd be wonderful wives and wonderful mothers. But heaven forbid something happens to me, I feel like we would struggle financially. I feel like with the European girl, that's not going to happen.
That's a good point. That's a good
I don't
point.
think they're just cut that way. Literally, I don't know if you're just now friends with me on the Facebook, but I met an influencer girl at the hotel, and she took me out for brunch. And I was telling her about she has something like 60 or 70,000 followers, and she teaches women empowerment. And I had a lot of questions because I was like, I don't want to hang out with some westernized girl. She did not see it the same way. And I'll post it in the group. I took a film. I asked her, how do you, as a woman empowerment, what would you say is the best thing for a man? What would a man looking for? What would you tell these girls? And when you hear what she said, I was like, I could not have asked for a better answer. And I'll post that later. But dang it, what was I going to say about her? Oh, crap. Dang it, I forgot. I don't know. But there was, I know what it was. So I started telling her about something she needed to add to her business. And at first she was like, whatever. And then when she started listening and she started getting it, I saw the switch. And she was like, we need to talk about this. And I could tell that her whole countenance was like, not relying on me. Just give me the information. I'll do it myself. How many girls do you know like that?
It's true.
European girls do that. So that's my little extra. That's kind of why I've gone that way. And now here, I'm realizing I can get all the ethnic body types that I want, as well as that mentality. I might have found the jackpot for me.
Nice. All right, we got a little smoke before you go, bro. You know, we got a couple of cats in here. Jen Warrior says, Passport Bros need to stop running away from American women and their problems. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, this is easy. So, like, if you got a family member that's always problems, always drama, always needing money, always in trouble, you get tired of it, even your own family. Do you want to go through that? No. How many people do you see are torn between, like, I got to take care of my family and they're my family, but at the same time, they're tearing us down and they're toxic and they're this and that. Even as your own family. So if you got a whole culture of women saying the dumbest things you've ever heard, why would you put yourself in that position if you ever want to be a family man or you ever want to be married? If you look at your future, you tell me that you want to fight with that girl instead of have someone that's already there and ready to be an example for your children. What if you have a daughter? We can't teach her that. We need a woman to teach her how to be a woman. I'm going to go somewhere where they already are. They already are that way as a culture. And look at this. I don't know if you're religious or spiritual. I don't want to face the man upstairs. And my only thing I can say is that she was hot. That's the only thing I can say. I can't say that she's got great family values, that she acts upon that. She shows it. She's an example, and that she holds the family down. I can't say none of that. I need to say, oh, I fought it. I fought through this hell, and I got some okay kids, but I stuck it out. Hell no, whatever. You can go. Go ahead. We give you more to choose from for yourself, bro. Go be a warrior. Do your thing.
I got Lamont says, I heard Spain has the highest divorce rate in Europe. You heard anything about that?
Yeah, I did research on that because I saw that. So the way that that's done is based on like a census thing. And what they're not putting in there is that the ratio of divorces has kind of stayed the same. And it's actually a lower number than the States. But the amount of marriages has dramatically dropped, which makes the number look way higher because people aren't getting married as soon anymore. So since the marriages have slowed down, but the divorces have stayed the same, and it's still only like 1.4, it's not even that high, it looks crazy because of just the way the metrics look up. But I dug into that. Of course, if I care about getting married, I look into that stuff. That's part of the reason I left the States. 1 in 4 single parents in the States. There's something wrong with that system. And 70 to 80% of the women are leaving. If you choose that badly, 70 to 80% of the time, these guys want me to work with that? You choose badly 70 to 80% of the time. You choose badly as a nation. Why would I choose that? Why would I choose that? I'm not working with someone. I'm not partnering with someone in business like that. I'm not hiring someone like that. Why would I marry someone like that?
Yeah, and even then, I believe the numbers are even higher because there's a lot of men that are still married on paper, but are either separated or super miserable.
Yeah,
This bedroom in their house, they just can't afford to separate.
yes, because of the cost of living. But have them research that Spain thing a little more because I looked into that because I saw that number and was like, God dang. But when I dug into it, it's literally the census is people aren't getting married, but the divorces are staying the same, so it makes it look really bad.
Mm-hmm. I want to give a shout out to my man LED International. He's been a member for 3 months. It's great podcast, always with Thomas Brown, man. We always
Thank you guys.
Right.
Thank you guys.
J Rags out there, one of the dopest DJs out there at Medellin, Colombia. You can look him up on Instagram. He's also on the app. Because I'm tired of people expecting black men to accept any overweight, butterface with a big butt and attitude. We want Pam Grier and Thelma from Good Times. You went back, brother. They said Pam Grier and Thelma from Good Times.
I got a challenge.
Megan Good and who else? Megan Good.
I got a challenge for these dudes saying all this stuff and like, why you hating on black women? We're not hating on black women. Half the time we're saying it's very true. Okay. But I have a challenge because I don't believe that them. I want them to come out here to Tirana and bring 10 of their little American women and just look in the streets without talking to anyone. I do not believe that they will choose the American girl. I do not believe it. I do not believe it. I don't.
Well, we not that was a baddie. All right, so have you been to Denmark?
I've been to Denmark, yeah. Denmark's cool.
I got a question here. It says, would you recommend Albania or Denmark?
Albania, but only because, listen, well, okay, this is something we got to consider. They don't travel like you and me do. If they're just going short term, yeah, go check out Denmark, whatever. But if you're going to hunker down for a month or two or like me a year, then Albania all day.
Nice.
How are most people traveling? How are most of these guys traveling? They doing weekends? Are they doing a week? They doing a couple weeks? What do you think, in your group you're seeing?
Somebody say you can do the experiment in Vegas and get the same results.
What do you mean? I bet you could take one Albanian bad exotic chick to Vegas, and I bet you everyone would look at her.
No, I think he's saying that if you did the same thing, like the American guys wouldn't choose the girls either, even in Vegas.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Maybe you could tell me what is that mentality? Because I see people say that a lot. Have these guys really traveled, or what is it that they're standing on?
Yeah, true. You might say go to Philly and you can interview Austin. I don't know. What you're talking about.
See, well, yeah. I mean, Austin's on the same page as me. I've seen his stuff.
All right. Well, bro,
but I mean, in your experience,
you got anything else you want to say? So I'm gonna go ahead and close up the live, man. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Well, I just want to ask you this real quick. In your experience, the fellas that come on here and kind of like that one that came on yesterday with Chris, what is it that they're standing on? What is that? Because it comes up frequently, like, oh, American women, you can find that here. And then like, oh, you just need to step your game up to get American girls. What? They don't know. I was more successful in America. And that's kind of why I left, because I got to be careful what I say on YouTube. I knew every date I went on was going to end well. That's not exactly what I want. I want them to have some sort of preference. I want them to vet me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But for you, what do you think is causing that little section that wants to rebel against what we're doing?
I don't know, because I've always said that. I know it's some good women in America. I've always stated that. I just said, it's difficult with the programming.
Yeah. Do you want to work 20 times as hard to get that one girl when you could work 20 times less and get 15 of that quality?
Right. And it's also the laws too. The laws kind of take advantage of the men in America. So it's just not. To me, it's not as a businessman. It's not going to ever work for me, because marriage is a contract, and it's not a contract I'm going to sign in America. So because you pretty much marry yourself to the state. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you, her, and then the state, and the state is going to be on her side. So she's gonna be the ultimate benefactor, and plus the state, where that's your children, your wealth. I've seen so many brothers, man, in Atlanta lose it all through divorce. I mean, brothers had,
and they worked like 20 years to get that too.
20 years, house paid off, 6-figure jobs, you know, working for the postal service, you know, all types of shit. They just lose it all and have to start over again. And then on top of that, the worst part about it is it seems to happen right when the kids are like in that impressionable age between like 10 and 15, to where
she leverages it too.
You can't even raise your children right. So
and she leverages it.
A wannabe rapper, your daughter end up being on OnlyFans. It's just too much bullshit. Personally, so that's why I don't think with it.
So here's my exiting statement on all of that. If you want to do that, you want to dig for the diamond in the rough, you want to be like, I made it, I did the hardest route ever and found me a girl. Prenup, for one reason, that prenup is only for spousal support, that you won't have to pay other than the agreement. But beyond that, you need to have what's called an irrevocable trust, because the women have gotten smart. And what they do is that they wrap up their alimony and all that into child support. That's how they get around prenup. They cannot get around an irrevocable trust, which means the corporation owns all your assets. And that irrevocable trust needs to be managed offshore. If you want to stay and do America, you gotta add that in there. And then I would suggest tell the girl that up front, because I think if you'll see her colors quick. If you're like, you know, I like you, I just gotta let you know. I learned this because an investment that we had received required a prenup and irrevocable trust, meaning because how the laws were, they're like, they're not getting half of this business that I'm investing all this money in. And I learned how that worked. And I would tell some girls once in a while, and they were out. They were out. So I was like, yeah, you really literally know up front that they do not care about you. I saw that firsthand. So that's where I'm at. Now, there might be a girl that's sticking around. And believe it or not, the girls that come from money, they're more apt to stick around with a prenup, because they're just kind of used to having it. But these ones that want to, you know, say, I got all this money or whatever, and this business plan that they have of getting us and trapping us and all that, if they hear there's a prenup and an irrevocable trust, and she gets mad, you already know. You already know. Because a lot of them said, oh, we don't want you to think that we're going to get divorced. Let me tell you how this really is. You don't think you're going to get sick, but you have health insurance, right? You don't plan on dying, but you have life insurance. You don't plan on getting a car accident, but you have car insurance. Marriage insurance is no different. I don't plan on getting a divorce, but the way the system is set up, I got to protect that. And my thing that I used to say in the States was, the way the law is set up, my employees, if you dissolve the company and we split it, unless you're going to run that company, I am taking food off the table of people that had nothing to do with our relationship. If you want to stay in America, that's going to have to be the conversation. But why would you? I don't know. I even looked up in Spain on the divorce. They have a set number that you pay for child support per kid. Set number. So that's my, I hate to go out on that, but if we're going to try to make it positive and give everybody what they want, these guys that are stuck on, you can find that in America. Okay, I got you. You my brother. I got you. But you got to do it this way. You went quiet. You got muted. I can't hear you.
All right, appreciate you coming on, bro. Solid show once again.
All right, man. All right.
We got to do the Money Market Mondays too again.
Yeah. We can. And bro, I gotta get you out here. You don't understand. When you see this with your own eyes, you're gonna be like, damn. When Chris looked it up, he told his shorty, I might be moving to Albania. But all right, man, it's good talking to you again. It's been too long.
All right, peace, brother.
All right, brothers. See you.